I wasn't too far to the right anyway, so I'm not too concerned. How's everybody doing today? So of the people of the people who actually know this game, this game is, I know that this game was in a
Acute Link says, Theenglishman, have you played thus?
No, I have not. Let's play with the bucket this time. Also, it's good to, whenever I alt-tab out of this, the sound's gonna cut out, because this game is really weird about alt-tabbing. It appears that I've held steady at 1,928 drop frames, which makes me think that it hasn't really dropped any in a while. I think it might have something related to do with my low-powered internet, which I can't really control right now. I'm running at only a 360p. So yeah, my internet's not that good, but I will deal with it. There. I just sort of mashed the keys if you saw. Everyone can see the S keys, right? I still don't know why,
Acute Link says, what's your up/down?
Up, down? You mean for use? Scroll up is use, scroll down is Lula. But they're also bound to the left and right mouse buttons for when I need to hold them. You can only bind...
Acute Link says, for internet.
Oh, I don't know.
Acute Link says, I don't
know.
Economics 651 says, you can always set your bitrate a bit lower if you are experiencing stuttering.
I think about one of the lowest bitrate options anyway. Not for audio, but for video. Because I don't want to sound like I'm underwater, like so many other streamers. Like Spike Vegeta had really bad audio bitrate for a while before he realized that there was a setting option. I remember. Yes, I was in Spike Vegeta's stream before he started getting like 400 or 500 viewers at a time. I am a Twitch hipster, I guess. Enough jokes. Back to the run. This game starts off slow, but much like a good trip to the
says number sign hipsters.
Yeah. Anyway, this game doesn't have very many sequence breaks or tricks, but much like a good trip to the gallows, Papo Yo is all about the execution. That sounded a lot better in my head. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. How about the weather? Well, that was bizarre.
As curious says, is a video game blog.
I don't understand that reference, I'm sorry. Also, there are soccer balls that just serve as little interactive objects. They don't really do much. They work the same way as coconuts in terms of their physics, but they serve no purpose. You can sort of get Monster to play with the soccer ball with you, if you really try, but there's no practical purpose to it. I forgot that there were frogs this early in the game. It's like I forgot just how well they foreshadowed it. Frogs are the substitute for alcohol, specifically whiskey.
That says that language. Acute Link says it's cause but all is big in PR.
Yeah, like I said, Vander Caballero he grew up in Brazil, but he is currently working in Canada as obviously he's a video game designer. This same team is working on a game called The Silent Enemy, which is sort of a top-down exploration game about people with bullying. It's the same theme as domestic abuse was in this game. Yeah, I'm gonna save some time here. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a much better bridge split. Hopefully I don't screw up the bridge again. Oh yeah, that gold. So nice to see gold in a decent run for a change. Or compared to a decent run. My splits and those of Shezzy and oh, I forget their usernames. They've got really bizarre usernames, but
Knuckle says, yeah, they couldn't research things better, so they've put a soccer ball and Santa-like theme sometimes just to say it's Brazilian. Knuckle says,
the guy grew
I'm
up
not
in Brazil,
mad at
though.
the game,
This is based
so
on
far.
his experiences. I think that, I mean, aside from the obvious dream stuff, I think that the favela is very interesting to look at, even if parts of it aren't very realistic.
Why are you doing all 5 houses?
For safety purposes, I don't know the 4-house setup. I do not know the 4-house setup well enough at this point. This is only my 4th run, and of which I've only completed 2. So yeah, that's why.
Acute Link says, make the point touch.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on the setup though. I don't want to be improvising at this point because I have consistent methods right now. I'll experiment later. Like my route is nowhere near set at this point. So here we're gonna do the tutorial skip again. I'm gonna get a slight variation on it and use this to ride over. I'm gonna do the jump twice and use the momentum to carry me over a bit faster so I can get the jump.
Economics 651 says, Herxnopo, the developer is actually a Brazilian immigrant.
Yeah, Brazilian immigrant to Canada. Well, that went well. At the very least, I guess I can use the momentum off of this for a jump. Well, I'm gonna lose all that time. Yes,
Dell has joined channel Theenglishman.
Yes, the developer himself is a Brazilian immigrant to Canada. Oh, I did that way too early. You can jump onto that. It's a pretty precise trick. It only saves about a second. Unfortunately, I've tried. You cannot do reverse order and ride this one over as much as I want it to. I'm going to wait a bit and use the boost. Or try. The house acted strangely. But yeah, houses on legs is probably one of the least bizarre things about this game in general. Yeah, I'm gonna lose a lot of time. Although I can gain some of it back if I don't screw up on that staircase that I screwed up on earlier. Hello, Dallin. How are you doing? Have you seen me run this game yet? I forget whether you were in the stream for my 203. So yeah, basically this is not so much a skip as it is combining both the tutorial and the execution of it.
Dell says, we've seen part, yeah. Economics 651 says, so yeah, it's not like he put a thing in and said, well, that's Brazilian enough. This is actually based on his childhood and his experiences.
Yeah, this is a game based on actual battles from actual Brazilian history. You see, there's this giant enemy narco. You have to attack its weak point for massive damage.
Acute Link says, he was abused by his alcoholic father.
Yep, he was. Didn't you see the dedication at the beginning? I'm not even gonna bother for the hang ladder trick. Oh yeah, I'm gonna save tons of time here. Just by virtue of not screwing up on the staircase.
Link says, no, I was getting food.
Yeah, he was abused by his father. Glod! More Glod! That's what I like to see. Slow motion riders, like the colors of the day. Run, Kiko. You'll be late for school.
Economics 651 says, this
to
is
get
actually
Daddy's
a really good
alcohol
article on why
first.
he made the game and what drove him to make it like he did.
Yeah,
www.cravenline.com/gaming/interviews/483,953 moving past a monster banger caballero on Papo Yo number sign slash.
I'm gonna go with the Viking hat for a while. Anyway, yeah, I actually saw Vander Caballero speak at Gamer Camp in Toronto, and he did an amazing performance. Basically, sort of going over the design choices, what he did. This is before I owned the PSN version. This was years before PC port was ever considered. The game unfortunately got a lot of bad reviews because of the PS3 version specifically.
Gamer Camp.
Gamer
Nick Levin
Camp.
says,
Gamer Camp is the
wow.
name of a conference.
//////
Yeah, Gamer Camp is the name of a Toronto local video game conference. Oh, I lost some time there. I don't know where. Oh, right, because it sort of stuttered. I probably need a better place for that Lula split. Anyway, this is Lula. He's your robot. He's in real life. Well, in the real life of Kiko's actual existence, Lula is Kiko's action figure and invisible protector. And you can also open switches in this world. Basically, if an area is in slow motion and or black and white or both, it's implied to happen in the real world, whereas everything else is in his dream world. Yeah, that should be set up better. There we go.
Knuckle says, but Banger Caballero has grown up in Colombia.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, I think he's ethnically Brazilian. He's certainly Brazilian. And he's certainly... Like, I really enjoy his stuff, so... I'm really looking forward to Minority's next game, which I think I mentioned already, is called The Silent Enemy, which is a top-down exploration game about bullying, where the crows are the bullies. I'm gonna be a little safer with this jump. You could use a little medicine to go through. Son of a bitch. I'm just playing it safe. I really need to figure out how to time this. Yeah, this game likes to make you backtrack, but only to areas that you've... I'm gonna lose a lot of time here, but again, it's not like this is nowhere near a run killer. There's so much more time to make up in later chapters. It's not even funny. Like here, I'm already saving time just by not forgetting the puzzle. Apparently there's a time saver here. I don't know what it is yet though. I'm gonna have to hear it from Shize, I think his name. I can never remember these people's usernames. It'll be very awkward when I have to thank them later. So how is everybody today? This is the closest thing that the game has to a sewer level. You'll be glad to know. Come on, getting in there. Lula.
Del says, just woke up the hall.
Yeah, I've been up since 6 this morning. Now there's a slow walk section with the very hard MLG strat of holding W. But yeah, the world record for this game is 1:21:06, held by...
Acute Link says, I went to bed at 6.
Yeah. The world record for this game is held by PSN, I think his name is. He's one of the guys who's helping me throughout this game.
Economist 651 has left channel Theenglishman.
Oh, come on, don't get stuck there. It started off so well, and then I just completely lost it at the building trade.
Acute Link says, spend all night colorizing this pic.
Okay, so here's another thing that I have to try and set up. In order to manipulate the cycle, I'm gonna put this down first, and then go over and get the third block for Alejandra to steal. Her AI follows a specific pattern if you work a certain way, so you can pretty much get her first turn directly into to where you want her to be, underneath the cage. For those of you who know the game. Yes, that's how the puzzle works. And then Alejandro's going to steal the cage. Move to her right. And she jumps over here. She's going to run into the cage.
Says http://2u.sh/3spmfm.jpg.
I thought that this would work better on the cycle. Apparently not. That was close. Point is, I still got the puzzle off okay, which is fine. I think I had to wait for the cycle as well in my PB, so while I'm losing tons of time, I'm also making roughly the same mistakes that I did last time, so it's not that big of a deal, relatively speaking. Plus I got a good cycle on this, so yeah, I'm gonna lose time here. I could make some of it up if I get the shortcut right here, because I screwed up on getting the shortcut here last time. There we go. That's how you're supposed to do it. All the way down to bouncing belly. Oh hey, look at that! I'm actually ahead. Oh well, I lost time, but I'm still ahead. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, this is Monster. This is the allegory for Vander Caballero's father. He's an idiot most of the time, except when he's drunk, at which point he becomes crazily intelligent and will hunt you down from anywhere. Come on, buddy, over here. Off him. There we go. That's a monster boost. There's a couple of tricks that you can use with monster. There's monster boost, and then there's monster dash.
Hero has left channel. Theenglishman.
There's monster dash, and then there's monster boost. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot the switch. Over here first. And then you get Lula. Then you get Lula.
Knuckle says, nice one.
So I'm going to throw all of these coconuts over towards the sleeping area so that they'll stay in one place. This is all just manipulating his pattern. Monster won't sleep until he's eaten all of the coconuts. So I'm just going to manipulate him by... He will also, very rarely, he'll eat the coconut out of your hand. But that's only if you stay still for a couple of seconds and let him. It's a bit finicky, and it actually ends up being slower. So you want to make sure that the coconuts are on the ground. Yeah, like his AI, he won't sleep until all the coconuts have been eaten. Or if there's nothing to distract him, he'll just go to sleep in the nearest corner. And he can use his belly to bounce. Bounce. Thanks for Deco. Yeah, this post-monster, the quality has been getting better. I mean, I had a rough start. Still managed to be ahead somehow because I had an even worse start in my current PB. So I'm not too bad. I'm not too terribly worried. Also, I kind of forgot the solution to the puzzle here, so I can immediately jump over here, jump. And so now this is going to require a little bit of finesse. I have to manipulate the coconuts here. Get him to go over here first of all. Get him to hit the switch. And then use the time that I have to grab a coconut to make him stay. Like, I'm going to place it like here. Hope that he stays long enough for the cutscene. I have a backup strat if he leaves, but I think he left. I'm pretty sure he left. Yeah, he did. So now, plan B is just to do the intended solution and throw these coconuts down. It only loses about 5 seconds, so I'm not too concerned. I've lost much more time later. I'm gonna save a decent chunk of time here, I think.
Lula!
Oh, I fell. Oops.
Lula!
Your name here has joined channel. Theenglishman.
Oh, hey, you're back. I thought you left. Good to have you. Good to have you again.
Lula!
And yes, you could just hammer the Lula button to just call out for Lula, even if there's nothing for Lula to do.
Lula!
So Lula is, you could say Lula is the Jason of this game. Oh yeah, I forgot you can move during that cutscene, although I haven't quite memorized. I assumed that it would be possible to climb all the way here and sort of get to where Monster is, but it would take an insane amount of precise movement, and I'm not willing to do yet. Oh, I forgot I don't need it here. Okay, back to the gold. So here's the big sequence. This is probably like the one major sequence break in this run, which I did relatively quickly on the PB. Basically, I'm not necessarily skipping part of the puzzle. I'm combining two parts of the puzzle into one, and I'm skipping a step in the middle. So basically, the first switch that I'm about to pull, you're supposed to use Monster's belly to get up there, but I'm going to climb on the scenery instead. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Scenery. And there. So normally, Monster is supposed to be resting here, but he's still in the middle of his looking for a frog animation. Which means that he's going to stop at one less frog pipe than he usually does. Because I'm going to be closing both pipes at once. Or I'm going to be closing both pipes before he has stopped looking for the first one. So I'm going to activate the step up here, and climb up, and go over and get rid of the frogs in the second pipe first. Because there's only one frog in there, and you're not actually allowed to close the second pipe. You have to kill the frogs inside. So I'm going to kill the frogs in the second pipe, and then close the first, and he's immediately going to go to the next step. It ends up saving about a minute or so. You can also move during some cutscenes, so I'm going to go down here and try and see if I can grab a frog during the cutscene. Frog, RNG, please help me. No. Frogs are a big RNG part of this game. So now we're going to double back. Oh, right, I forgot. We got to take this coconut first. Because otherwise he's just going to dick around not knowing what to do. So instead I'm going to set off his aggro by throwing coconut right there. So that he ends up hitting the switch. This map is actually pretty big. It's sort of a crisscrossing of a couple of objectives. You'll see what I mean in a minute. But also because you're able to move during this cutscene. And I think I moved just enough to actually stay on the platform. So now I'm going to be right where I need to be to set off the frogs. See there, it's really just sort of fast forwarding through the puzzle more so than skipping it. But hey, it's a sequence break. It's the closest thing that we've gotten to like a big glitchy sequence break in this game. I found it on my own.
Has joined channel Theenglishman.
Is everybody sufficiently entertained? You guys okay in there? Not much chat activity going on, but I'll deal with that as it comes. Again, a slight change if you throw the frog in before you hit the switch and not kill the frog. One time I didn't want to kill the frog. Then you could skip one cutscene.
A cute link says, this game is cool.
This game is about to get terrifying in just a couple seconds. You'll notice the music is cut out. That should be an ominous sign of things to come. Yeah, this is the only way to climb up there. There's no way closer to where the bridge is there, so... I'm nowhere near a world record pace, but especially with that intro.
Link
But
says, eternal darkness terrifying. The floor turns into fleshy faces that scream.
you'll see. Here come the frogs. Monster is specifically positioned to throw you here, so I gotta use him as a boost. Hopefully throw him in the right direction. Nope, he didn't, but he got me to a good position anyway. So now, I'm going to lure him over to these. There are 3 different sets of blocks you need to lure him in order to get up to the blue berry, but you only need 2 of them. It makes the platforming a little more difficult, but it ends up being faster by about 20 seconds or so. There he is. Inside. I always take that jump a little slower because I need that block specifically. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to reach the top. So yeah, this game runs at 60. VSync is locked to 30 for some reason when I stream. Yeah, I take my time on these. Good reason. I think I fell here last time, so I might save about 45 seconds. And that's it. There's a cutscene, and then another section. So yeah, the frogs are an allegory for whiskey. When he eats the frogs, he becomes terrifying, and yeah, he throws Kiko around like a rag doll. Isn't he such a great father? Into the circle. Shut up, Alejandra.
Knuckle says, and this, his wife, you shouldn't eat giant frogs.
Yep. Especially the poisonous kind. Damn it. It did that W key thing again. Sometimes you can outrun, if you're able to actually go forward on the right frame, you can outrun the line that's supposed to guide you towards where you need to go when you're in the real world. There are invisible walls everywhere. This game really wants to put you on the path. This is probably like the one section that's worse on PC than it is on the PlayStation 3. Because at least you're able to pretty consistently follow a straight line with analog stick. But that didn't translate really well to PC.
A cute Link says, your title says you have no mic. Well,
they'll be pleasantly surprised, won't they? So my split is going to be when Lula says it's not your fault, which should be in about 20 seconds or so. One of the mods could change it. I think that if you're a mod, you can change it. Just delete the no mic part. Change the title, because I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop this stream just for that.
A cute Link says, you have to give them editing powers.
Oh, okay.
A cute Link says, through your dashboard.
Alright, well, I don't care. An inaccurate title is the least of my problems right now. I have a fractured foot, for God's sake. I don't need to care about a stupid title.
레아이 떼다라후.
Acute Link says, wait, fractured foot.
It's a Jones fracture.
So sorry.
Rodot algorithm has left channel Theenglishman. Acute Link says, what happened?
It's called a Jones fracture. Essentially, part of my foot has been underdeveloped for years because I've been walking improperly, and one day it just collapsed under my weight, and it fractured. I'm feeling much better than I was like 2 or 3 days ago, so I'm not too concerned. The White Mountain is coming up in a few maps. That's going to be one of the areas I had trouble creating a cycle for it. But I think I got a relatively decent strategy. And I also have, even though I don't have a decent relative strategy, I have a lot of backup plans. I still don't know why S keys is not interpreting my mouse movements. Also, this area has a silly route. So I'm going to do an improvised route change here. After I deal with Monster, I'm going to have to improvise a little bit. So yeah, basic thing of this
Acute
puzzle.
Link says, what's keys?
S keys is a key display program that lots of S uses, and he put up the executable for anyone else to use. It's what I'm using to show my input, although it's not showing the mouse for some reason, even though it does for S's string. So yeah, I deliberately waited for the cutscene here until after I activated all three in order to save a couple seconds of the buildings flying over to here. So this is the basic idea. You have these buildings that you stretch over. Eventually, they're gonna be like 15 or so buildings, but for now we only have 3, and we have to use the buildings in order to access the other buildings. There's no way to speed much of this up.
Where does it show your keys you're pressing? Oh, Dotto, maybe I am just blind.
They should be showing up. I could see them in my browser. Is anyone else seeing them?
Perk Knuckle says, upper right corner.
Ah, yes. Also, these guys lose collision after they start flying, presumably to avoid screwy Havoc stuff. So you can run right through them after you've activated them, once they start flying.
Acute Link says, oh dirt, it's too small when I am NTO full screen for me.
So I gotta get these guys out of the way. Get Monster over here. And then I'm gonna have to carry a fruit after I get all of the buildings together. This is a sort of a route that I'm making up on the spot, but I think it's gonna work out fine. There are other places where it's far less forgiving, but this is probably one of the areas where I can sort of get away with a little more improvisation. The idea is that you want to use this stack of buildings as little as possible when you're initially setting it up. Like, I think I only have 4 or 5 to go. That was not high enough. There it is. That should be good. No, I need to bring it down just a teeny bit. Yeah, it's another section. It's a little annoying. It's not super annoying when you're using WASD, but it is. They did a decent job, I think, of translating this puzzle over to keyboard, because it's very much based on analog sensitivity otherwise. Also, the music gets progressively more instrumented as you go on in this puzzle, which I like. It starts off with just the pan flute, and then it brings in that little whistle thing, and it's really cool. And the whistle also comes in when you're using this. Or it should. So now when I get here, I need to grab a couple of fruit and make sure. So yeah, once I have everything, I have 2 of these guys left. First I'm gonna jump down here and grab this one because there's a ladder going up to that one. And I can climb, very conveniently placed. So I'm gonna have to make sure that Monster is over where I need him to be before I start climbing, because that was the big mistake I made earlier, that I had forgotten the exact structure of this puzzle. It is possible to jump over here really quick. Yeah, I got it. That saves about 5 seconds. But it's kind of random. So now, while he's busy stuffing his face, I'm going to grab this coconut and make sure he's over here sleeping so that I can pull it over. He's not going to have any more coconuts in his aggro area, so he's immediately just going to assume that he's done eating and then fall asleep. And you have to have him sleep in that little area before, in order for him to, yeah, because he's going to sleep right now. You have to have him in that little area before you can bring him up to where the shaman is. So, quick question: do you think this is entertaining for the people who have not played this game to see a speedrun of this? Because I'm interested in that. And I'm always interested in the aesthetics of my. Maybe it's just the tasser in me, but I've always been more of an aesthetic guy when it comes to my speedruns. That I'll include swag or show off moments if possible, or I'm always worried that everything looks. There we go, ball and cup. Yeah, I'm definitely in this. This is a great start. I have a little more leeway.
A cute link says, yes, it's a pretty interesting game too.
Lula!
Yeah, I pressed the wrong button.
Perk Knuckle says, it's pretty deep and beautiful indeed.
Yes, I love how deep this ball and cup minigame is. It's so deep. It's got all sorts of RPG elements. I'm not exactly sure what this texture is supposed to be. I think it's styrofoam, but I don't know for sure. It would fit in terms of this kid's naive sense of the world, but by the way, it takes the as a minor spoiler, it takes the entire game, pretty much the entire game, for this kid to actually realize that he's living in a dream world, and all of the things are various representations of his psyche. The final boss is him basically realizing what the hell's going on. It takes the entire game to realize something that was in the press release, which is actually a lot more interesting than it sounds. So here we go. This next section is called the White Mountain, and it is that area that I was talking about where there's a lot of different strategies. It all depends on the accuracy of your jumps, as well as getting a specific time saver, and a specific time saver that I learned about at the start, which is that you can skip this cutscene by immediately falling to your death as soon as you enter the map, which I've never tried before. So here we go. Geronimo! There. That saved about 2 seconds. So now, the idea is you have to line this up. However, there's a scripted event that usually happens, which I'm trying to avoid, depending on this, where if you mistime it, the frog pipe that's on the top of this area of the map will align, and you'll have to deal with a powerful and drunk monster for a good 2/3 of this puzzle. Hopefully I can go frogless, as we call it. The game eventually forces frogs on you, but by the time that scripted event hits, it's not too bad. It's right near the end anyway, and you're in no danger of actually being thrown around by monsters, so yeah, it's a non-issue. Almost frogless is a non-issue. And if you already hit frogs Really, the only really bad scenario you could get out of failing frogless is if you get the frogs before. I don't know where the spots are here. Oh, okay, there's... Ah, I missed it. Okay, I might need to have frogs here, depending. I want to get this third one first, because getting the second to move requires intervention from the first. And as I mentioned before, the first map is the one that actually has the frog pipe on it. Oh my god, this is terrible White Mountain. The third section actually can't really be accessed like from the bottom. You have to get some elevation in order to reach it. This has been I'm probably underselling this White Mountain. It's certainly not ideal. Probably won't be frogless, but it could be a lot worse. Could definitely be a lot worse. So I end up judging from the angle that I see here, I'm gonna pull his right in order to line up with the door there. Then I'm gonna do another death warp in order to access the second one, and then the first. The second one can be accessed from the floor, unlike the third. Also, even though I landed on the top there, it's not possible to reach that little thing without the first case. Yeah, it's not going to be frogless, but it's also going to be in a position where... yeah, well, it's not going to be frogless. It's also going to be in a position... There was a very slight possibility that I would actually be able to make that jump. I was just trying it out. Yeah, this because of how the cycles ended up, this is not going to be frogless. However, by the time that the pipe lines up, I'm actually not going to be in any danger from... I'm actually not going to be in any danger from Monster at all. Because I'm going to be behind that barrier. And if I remember correctly, I screwed up this section pretty badly in my PD as well, though I don't remember how I screwed it up. Only that I did. Oh wait, I completely forgot. Gotta do this first. I was thinking too far ahead. So now I only have to deal a little bit with a possibly trollish monster. And actually I don't need to anyway, because I got a good spot out of this. And I'll be jumping right behind the barrier. So there you go. It wasn't frogless, but as a frog route goes, this was pretty good, aside from the couple of screw-ups that I had earlier. Those are the frogs that will always spawn, which will make, okay, there we go. Alright. I'm gonna switch over to the fish hat, because using the fish hat here makes this seem hilarious. Give my hands a little break.
Dyslexic member has joined channel Theenglishman.
Hello, Dyslexic Gamer. I'm relatively sure I'm not on world record pace.
Knuckle says, that hat.
Yes, it's all very sad. I'm wearing a fucking fish. Also, for certain animations, Monster has no collision detection, like the one where he slumped over after recovering from a frog. Also, you may recognize this as the first area of the game. This area gets visited again, although there's a distinct difference that I'm not going to spoil. But you don't have to do this section of the puzzle again, is what I'm saying. This is the only other time you have to do it.
Link says, sit on and don't.
Yeah, Papo is father. I forget whether that's Portuguese or Spanish, though. It would make sense if he was ethnically Brazilian or grew up in Colombia. I don't know too much about the guy, but I do know that he's a wonderful public speaker. and his team can make some pretty good PC ports.
Spanish. Acute Link says, it's Portuguese. Acute Link says, isn't it?
It'd be Brazilian Portuguese, but
Lula.
Brazilian Portuguese I think takes a bit from the Spanish that.
NOP. Spanish.
I think Brazilian Portuguese steals a couple of words, Spanish words from other Latin American dialects in surrounding countries, but I could be wrong about that. I have cousins in Brazil. Most of the Jewish community in Brazil came from Holocaust survivors who fled to Brazil, much in the same way that...
Knuckle says, Portuguese would be they are and you.
Yeah. In much the same way that Nazi officers fled to Argentina, Holocaust survivors fled to Brazil. So here I'm actually going to speed up this section of it by bringing me two coconuts and sort of playing chicken with Monster. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Basically, there's one portal you have to open, or you're supposed to open, which has a lot of coconuts in it. But the thing is, it spawns like 7 or 8 coconuts, and Monster will probably eat like all of them before.
Acute Link says, http://tu.sh/3sr00.png.
Yeah, so this is more of a safety measure than anything.
Acute Link says,
Cheesing this. But I am going to cheese this for safety, because there's a lot of things that can go wrong on this map if you don't have like perfect control over Monster. Oh god, where did the other...
Acute Link says,
go?
Cross and I.
Oh shit. Okay, this is gonna be bad. One sec. Okay, that won't make it disappear. This is bad. I'm gonna have to spawn the coconuts that I was trying to avoid. I'll just have to cut my losses and deal with this the normal way. Actually, no, I got him to aggro over this one. That's decent. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Come on. Over here. Bastard. Don't eat that last coconut. Don't you fucking dare eat that last coconut. Over here. Okay, this... As this goes, it could be a lot worse. I just gotta hope that Monster goes over to this area. Come on, Monster. Okay, oh, excellent. That's actually really good. He was like just inside the area here. Because this part contains frogs. And he will immediately go for the frogs. He's really fast when dealing with frogs.
The has left channel, Theenglishman.
And I need one frog to be fed to that pipe over there in order for the door to open. Come on, get over here before the cutscene starts. Bastard! Oh, no, soccer. Actually, no, it despawned anyway. It doesn't matter. I completely forgot about that. I forgot that the, I think despawned. Yeah, I'm losing so much time here. It's not even funny. Come on. Yeah, currently his AI is docile. I hit the checkpoint when I have starting checkpoint on this next area. I'm losing pretty much all the time that I got throughout the entire course of this run. And I'm actually... Am I behind? Oh dear. See, that's how much this room can screw you over. And that was like a good screw over, relatively speaking. lost it all in that stupid split. Thankfully, if I can get my end game, if I can do a good end game, then I can gain some of it back. Because my end game was pretty bad. I specifically use that door because if you try to cut across, he will immediately go for the frog. And now we got the centipede, which I could save a little bit of time on the centipede if I do everything correctly. So this next cutscene with Alejandra is the only actual like proper trigger for this map to get everything moving on the centipede. You basically need to move. Yeah, you need to move monster over to this area here on a slow-moving centipede that Alejandra has created for you. If you have any other questions, by all means, I'll try my best to answer them. But I don't know this game very well yet.
Chico, Aneo Senpata, e a Papo está aquí.
TFK Master has joined channel Theenglishman.
Hi TFK. I had a good run going, and then I lost it all on the soccer puzzle. Excuse me, the football
Knuckle
puzzle.
says, Portuguese also use Papo as shouting.
Yeah, this map is very easy to get lost on. I could still pull out a 130 maybe. Certainly not with a soccer
TFK
puzzle.
Master says, hey English O slash.
Certainly not with a soccer puzzle like that. I'm not getting this. I'm getting somewhat
Acute
30 at
Link
best.
says, also I think why I didn't have you followed Theenglishman but now I do.
Thanks, cute links. Okay, decent frog NG there. Sort of makes up for the frogs earlier. Emphasis on sort of. Yeah, my movement is very sloppy right now because I'm still getting used to the game. I don't quite understand it as well as I need to. Sorry, I was just alt-tapping out because it was dinging at me. It's flashing at me, sorry. If it would be dinging, you could hear it. So yeah, my centipede split is after I bounce off of his belly at the very end. This game is also very forgiving about this puzzle. It's less of trial and error because it gives you an audio cue when you go back to that sort of semicircle near the beginning of that town square area. It gives you an audio cue when you hit the right when you've hit the right key, so to speak. Right there. You can hear that little. It's not a pan whistle. What is it? Any other audio files can identify that instrument that's used for the audio cue? I forgot where I was there for a second. I kind of had to save myself there. So unfortunately, unlike in Tasty, you're not really able to climb any of the scenery here, primarily because you don't have Lula anymore. So I hope everyone's enjoying themselves. It looks like I might save a little bit of time here. Because I don't know, I don't think my centipede went all that well. I kind of dicked around a bit because I was looking for a sequence break. I don't know why I was doing that during a run, but... I might get back a little bit of time here. And sometimes the game just feels sorry for you for having to backtrack and automatically activates the centipede. Not that time, but other times, yes. It does that for you. So, how's everybody feeling today? Wait, I'm lost.
Del says, enjoying the breakfast.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the time difference. Yeah, I gotta save about 20-ish seconds maybe. Because this area was really sloppy last time I played. Might actually, no, I'm not gonna be ahead, but I'm gonna be a couple seconds behind. As opposed to, I don't know how behind I was, how far behind I was. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, there we go. Oh, I'm back in the lead, apparently. I've got a gold split, somehow. It seems like I've recovered from the football massacre, as I will now call it. Sorry, the futbol massacre. I want to use the Spanish/Portuguese pronunciation. This map is another section where you have to visit a couple times. In my 203, the first one that I did, I completely forgot about the frogs that were here. There are one frog spawns for every...
Acute Link says, is this the urn?
It's my urn, as in a personal urn. It's not to earn. The world record is 121.06. My personal best was about 15 minutes off pace, so I'm definitely in the run for a PB, possibly a sub 130, but I'm not for...
TFK
back
Master
here.
left channel, Theenglishman.
I was supposed to jump, like, right where it spawned, and the frog was a massive troll. Frog NG, I call it. There we go, that's what it's supposed to be like. And then there's one more, and then I can go and do some roof hopping.
Perk Knuckle says, fish urn.
No, it's this way. This game looks really nice, and it's only running on medium. I've seen some videos of it running on ultra high, and it looks incredible. Unfortunately, my PC is not good enough to play it on ultra high. It also runs it runs at 60 FPS with VSync when I'm off stream, when I'm not streaming, and 30 FPS when I am. So, I mean, this still has a better frame rate. The PS3 version struggled like all hell to just maintain a 30, and that's with a lot of screen tearing.
Acute Link says, http://image.madencina.com/2f0j00cbeg/ceramicfisher.jpg.
Whatever. Let's go with... Yeah, let's stick with this shit. Also, war paint made out of chalk.
Kiko, osomze hati nama.
Give my hand a rest for a bit.
Apa
A
ona
cute
lula.
link says,
Se
Pico is
vodiase
now
tam
Tumbo
papo.
Kitwambe.
Tabaliesa, sau vareya. Tato qui, Kiko.
Okay, so now we gotta do some masterful baiting. Come on, monster. We're gonna go get you drunk again. So now I need to deal with
A cute link says, all masterful baiting.
I need to make sure he stays over there while I climb up this tree.
Nick Lovin says, I have a new bed in my room. Colon D.
Nice. Oh, come on, monster. What the hell are you doing? Come on. There we go, buddy. Yoink! And now we're gonna have to deal with Angry Monster for the rest of this run, or for the rest of this map, and the next map after that. This is more or less the end game, or it's like the climax leading up to the end game. So now we're gonna have to, as if running away from Monster wasn't enough, we now have to chase him. We now have to have him chase us all the way over here. In order to get the other two flames out. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, in which order you do the chomping, or the Lula ritual, as I call it. I really love the music in this map, especially once Monster gets angry. I may have taken a wrong turn. Yeah, I think it was faster to go around the left. Oh, I just played it super risky there. If he had grabbed me, it would have been all over. Because then if he grabs you, it's just enough time for the blocks to reset themselves. I'm definitely thinking of doing a race with the other two guys who are running this game on PC. I wish I could remember the username. What texture do you think that is on the ground? I always look at it before. I thought it was styrofoam, but I have no idea. I initially thought it was styrofoam. Yeah, my Lula split doesn't happen until until once he actually jumps out of my back and we start the jumping puzzle. back. Whoa! Whoa! Surprise monster attack! On the other hand, I'm like right nearby where I need to be, so that's a plus.
Chico, lunata se dava. La ada de cha. Apa se dau papo sa sio chaman.
Knuckle says, it's gonna cook the fish.
Have I mentioned that I love the art style in this game yet? Because I do. I love the art style in this game.
Epically Epic says, good luck this one.
Thanks. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright. Next map is the pipes that I was practicing earlier. I'm really nervous about those stupid pipes.
Sukakon has joined channel Theenglishman.
Oh god, it's the pipes. Oh god, this is serious time, guys. I'm freaking out right now. Technically speaking, you only need 11 of these pipes, but, oh, that was a bad choice. I'm supposed to go over there. I could do this one here, though, and see if I can get a cancel off of the throw. You throw me in the right direction, dude? No, it's not the right direction. Okay, I'm gonna have to bait him out. Yeah, he's much, Monster is much faster when he's drunk. Oh hey, I actually got through there without it bothering me. That's a good sign.
Lula! 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 Lula!
Might as well go around here and activate all the pipes. Go through here.
Lula! 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 Lula!
Oh crap, it's this cutscene. Completely forgot about that. Oh my god. I thought I messed that up. Oh shit, I forgot about Lula. Oh well, at least I was right near the door. Monster, you bastard. Okay, at least boost me up. Wrong direction. Okay, yeah. As bad as this is going, it was so much worse in my PvE, so... Right direction, please. No. Okay, he roared. That gives me a small window. So here, even though I haven't even come close to completing the pipes, I'm going to draw this anyway, because unlike with the buildings, the pipes do not reset every time you make a new one. So I can sort of use that as a visual guide to see how well I'm doing in terms of the number of pipes that I need. You could skip one, but the jump for it is kind of risky, so I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I need a much better route for this.
Epically Epic has left channel Theenglishman.
Alright, see you, man. Yeah, I'm missing one. Yeah, over there. Oh, shit. Yeah, the pipe area is pretty much like one of the main reasons why I'll never get a world record yet. And I was going the wrong direction too. Oh, God. I'm sorry about this, folks. Not too many left, though. Not too many left.
Perfect Knuckle says, that hard part.
Yep, that hard part. Yeah, I think we're good now. Just gotta wait for this to slowly come over here. Oh, come on. I almost made that. I need to be like at the top. I'm missing one somewhere.
Ventilate has joined channel Theenglishman.
Where am I missing it? There it is. Okay, now I'm good to go. I'm still on a bit of a timer because I have to wait for the pipe to come over and settle itself. I'm not risking this jump again. Yeah, this is, I'd say I could get a 132 or 133 out of this. Still nowhere near good enough, but it'll have to do. This part could be a real bitch, particularly if Monster decides that he wants to throw you around a lot. The good news is we're nearing the end of the game, so.
Supakon has left channel Theenglishman.
Yeah, I understand. I've played this game several times before. You don't need to explain everything from Alejandra. I know what I'm doing. For the most part. Okay, so I need to be really, really conservative with these jumps. Particularly the second set of jumps. Oddly enough, that's like the only bit of gibberish that's not subtitled in the whole game. Okay, I do not want to one-cycle this. Got it. Okay, I just saved about a minute.
CPD Poop Fist has joined channel Theenglishman.
Hello, Captain Poop Fist. Good. I can breathe a sigh of relief because I just need about a minute there by not screwing up. And yeah, this is so much better. Yeah, this is such a kid-friendly game. Yeah, we gotta get the Bible thumps out. Oh yeah, this is gonna be an incredible split. I've saved about 2 or 3 minutes just on this map. Oh hey, we're back here again. And guess what? We could use this. That was here all along. And warp right to the final level. Isn't that cool?
A cute Link says, is that his mom?
It could be his mother or his sister or a school crush. It's kind of vague.
Has left channel Theenglishman.
It's kind of vague as to what Alejandro is supposed to represent. It could be his mother or his sister. Probably his sister, considering the playful nature of their relationship. So I'm guessing that in quote-unquote real life, Kiko's sister was killed by their father. Now, I could save more time by making sure I do some more masterful baiting, making sure that monster actually goes in the box this time. Hey, here, have some fruit. Sucker! Ha ha! Oh, they fall for it every time. And this is my new split Papoception. You'll see why I call it that in a minute. Yeah, I'm definitely on track for an excellent run. And I've got like a long elevator ride that takes about 2 minutes, which I could use to rest my hands. Because I'm getting kind of stiff. I could save even more time here by just not being an idiot. My end game has been so good. I would say like relative to say what I did in my PB, and I just saved a lot of time there by not being an idiot and remembering to actually call Lula down for the ladder. Like, this has been even with that mistake, because that's just a random glitch that happens sometimes with that ladder, that only cost like 10 seconds, as opposed to the minute and a half that I spent.
Perk Knuckle says, damn, I'm tilting my head automatically lol.
So by jumping here, I'm going to save a couple seconds off my PB. Because then I automatically open the box while I'm doing this part of the puzzle. And I'll actually have Lula as soon as I get up here. Because remember the whole thing about how you can't have access to Lula's... You can't use Lula's jetpack while Lula is pulling a switch for you. There. Now there's just one more switch I need to pull with Lula, and that's it. There. Now I can relax for a bit. This has been an amazing run so far, by my standards anyway. I mean, it's not going to be world record or anything, but I'm really happy with how it's going so far. And there's only one like really difficult section left, and that's the final boss. And it's only difficult in the sense that I have to make a couple of, you know, very specific positional changes. So, yeah, I can relax for a couple of minutes. How's everybody doing today? Just gonna alt-tab out, see what my viewer count is like. 9. Oh well. I never expected this game to pull in a lot of viewers, but I mean, you guys are nice, so I'll let you stick around. go hatless. Be rebellious. I'm trying to get a nice angle of monster here. There we go. So how's everybody doing today?
Dentalate has left channel Theenglishman. A cute link says, nice and cute.
You never really get a good look at the father. This is like the closest that you get to see his character model. He does look like kind of a douchebag, doesn't he? Hopefully,
Dell says, enjoying my Saturday.
yeah, hopefully I can get a couple of races in with some of the other guys who are running this game, and then eventually I can get something going. So, yeah, I've already passed the world record time now, so there's no way this was way too sloppy anyway. So,
Flawless Siege has joined channel
I follow Siege.
A cute link says, alright, Theenglishman, I am gonna care about my girlfriend wants to get out of the house today.
Okay. See you later. So if the audio cuts out, that means I'm just alt-tabbing to somewhere else. I mean, it's not like the pipe section was what ruined my chance for a world record run, because I was already a couple of minutes behind by the time I hit those pipes. And to be fair, my pipe run is considerably less terrible
Knuckle says,
than it was
see ya.
earlier. Let's go with the bucket. There are 25 different hats in the game. I've only unlocked 3 of them though. They're in sort of out of the way places. They're basically the game's collectibles. And they're excellent at ruining the mood of any cutscene. They're all very silly. I think there's a sombrero, which is particularly funny. Okay, let's go. Hype. Not much left to do in the game now. I'm gonna call it a sub 130. You guys hyped? I'm hyped for sub 130. I don't see why I shouldn't be able to get it if I concentrate and don't screw up badly. I mean, there's only so much possible error you can get in the final boss.
Dell says, I am high for WR.
It's way too late for world record. I'm already 2 minutes behind the world record. At this point, it was 121.06 is the world record. I didn't even get close to getting that yet. Stairmaster. This is what Stairmaster is like in Kiko's Dreamland. I can say about a second. I timed this right. There we go. Alright, I'm on track. I'm still gold. What a twist! That's like the one disadvantage of using a keyboard is that it's hard to adjust the camera during the cutscenes where you actually can move. So here we go. It's time for the final boss. Not. Yeah, come on. I don't think so. Though. It's really there. I'm still on track for a 130 though. Here we go, final boss time. I'm hyped as hell. I wonder what we will find in this magical box. Ooh, free Captain Jack. Oh, it's empty. We might as well throw it in the recycling. Sorry, Captain Morgan, I should say. So, as per the laws of video game logic, you have to feed him 3 whiskey frogs, as I call them. Before the switch spawns over here. Saving those frames. I really like this final boss. That was amazingly quick. Like, that's easily the best final boss I've had in any run of this game.
Perked Knuckle says, that's quite a bit disturbing.
Yep. It was an amazing run of it, though. Basically, this is Kiko realizing what all of the allegory means. So my frog whiskey split ends when I push monster over the cliff. Oh, this is going to be just under 130, isn't it?
Rainy has joined channel Theenglishman.
No, it's not going to be 130. Shit. It's going to be like 130, 33 or something. Oh, it's gonna be just off of 130. Oh my god. Oh, such a cock tease. I think all the little mistakes I could have done to get this at sub 130, but. Oh. RIP sub 130. Close it off with our old friend, the fish head. I'm not doing any of these little jumps because I want to make sure I get this right. Okay, timer. As soon as saving checkpoint comes up. Time 1:30:21. There we go. It's a pretty good run. All things considered. The reason it says 127:43.
Knuckle says, that was amazing.
Yeah. The reason it says 127.43 is because I'm going by the land fare at the sum of best segments option. So my theoretical best would be 127.43.
Says, are you doing
No.
a dramatic walk?
No, you actually, once you're inside the box,
Siege says, grass again.
nah, once you're in the box,
Del says,
you can't move. Once you're in the box, you can't run. You can only walk. But yeah, there you go. That's a pretty decent run, I think. I am less than 10 minutes behind the world record right now. Which, considering I've only been running this game for like 2 days, 3 days at most, I think it's a big improvement.
Del says, Montreal Studio. Stamp.
They're based in Toronto, though. At least I think they are. I think the Montreal studio was responsible for the PC port. So yeah, there you go.